After a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan ball club entering play. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And leading them out, their signal caller now in his 4th season in the NFL.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But
come on, baby, there we go.
First play of the game going to be intercepted.
Yes.
And they have the football and will set up shop
All right,
at the 33-yard line.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
So excellent starting field position here for the Chargers. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team himself.
Oh, man.
I'd have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Sanders to the end zone, but it's incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Back to throw. Sanders. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
It's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through the completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good. And the Chargers
got
themselves a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game. And a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Come on, babe.
They'll run on first down. Right. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 72 yards.
They put a lot of effort into game playing and establishing this ground game last week, and reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field.
Here we go,
and that
baby.
carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, they'll drop the throw.
Don't let him out. There we go.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. On now is the Titans punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, LA. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are able to extend their lead. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead a really easy quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and get it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Extra point attempt here still to come. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tennessee offense set to go again. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback.
Right,
They're the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Come up this field,
and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6
Here we
times
go,
for
baby.
sacks. And plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
I see you, Travis.
Hardly throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you. Excuse my
How you play
snarkiness
defense
here,
and
but
offense,
isn't the
baby.
idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right. They lost yardage.
Can't get out.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Sanders. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
To throw is Sanders on first down. And his throw is incomplete. The Chargers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and this would be quite a start for them if they could win 2 straight on the road.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't do them any favors. They gave them 2 road games right out of the gate, but the thinking on the team has to be, imagine if we win these 2 games, what a setup for the rest of the season for us.
Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40.
Get up, boy. You ain't hurt.
That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Sanders. That is caught. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked, and there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
What?
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I absolutely love that play call there. They just came off of a big play. They've got momentum in their direction, and they come back and take the shot at the end zone. Just unable to complete it, but I love their aggressiveness.
And you feel like the defense, a sigh of relief, could have been back. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are able to extend their lead. So this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes our score 17-0.
There we go, baby.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Oh, yeah.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold it.
There we go, baby.
Rush is gonna get there.
We ain't letting you run.
It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. 17-0 our score after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Oh, man, here we go.
Now here's a deep shot that's complete. There he goes, left side. They're able to
Good
convert
shot,
on 3rd down, and that sets up
man.
a 1st and goal.
And the
Man,
offense
come.
is saying to itself right now, only they were all this
No, that
easy
wasn't
because
Travis.
he was wide open.
Oh,
And once
Travis
he made
split.
the catch, plenty of room to work
Safety
his way
didn't get
downfield.
over.
That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to first and goal. Here's a give up the middle. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
God.
A great play there. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Titans get a bit closer.
Man, we on tap.
Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get
There
it
we
done,
go.
but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. L.A. set to take over again on offense.
And they have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
The run there on first down gets him a yard to the 26.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's Sanders looking to throw on second down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is caught. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chargers are able to stretch out their lead. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Come on,
Now
babe.
on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is
Boy,
incomplete.
you about to get got.
Sometimes it's just not
Watch
your
Travis
day.
Lee
There's
too,
another
watch.
failure right there on 3rd down.
On now is the Titans punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken from just outside the 30. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Chargers to take over. They were winners over the Dolphins last week. They are on top right now as well as they come up 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Weaver. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Oh, man. Really?
So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official. Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's
Man,
about.
stop calling that. Are you serious?
Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode,
Man,
you can't
come
throw
on.
it if they're
Our
over a
linemen
yard
suck.
downfield. Now Sanders to throw on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent
I know you ain't
coverage,
coming over
tight
here.
coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
That ball caught by Harrison. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd
Yo,
down.
man, you too little, man.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And brought down, but able
You
to get
better
it
not
to
be
their
a man
30-yard
downfield.
line. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Just like Colorado in real life.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Come on, man. You ain't got nothing else better to do than to throw flags all
The
day.
offense knew it. They were already starting
us
to
play
walk
ball,
back as that
man.
one is accepted.
Crazy.
From the gun, they go to Edwards. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 33 yards that time. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Extra point forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one,
come on, baby, here we go.
To change their blocking assignments, they've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
He's going to be on the deck tonight.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Up
come on,
the
Travis.
middle they go. It's right, and he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21.
Good shot,
it's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
On now is the Titans punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. Sanders now throwing on 1st down. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Now the try here for the point after. And the route is on here in this first half. The
long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
So not much time
Well,
to
they
speak
quiet
of
tonight.
remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
2nd and 10.
They'll set up a throw. Try to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Come on, baby. Let's pick this one off.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our... Everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Up the middle, here's Edwards. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And that is exactly what you needed defensively. It's a long road back from here, but that's a good start to the second half as they force a punting situation and a 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give them the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They run with Edwards. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. No gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. Fighting through. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Chargers are pouring it on. I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you. No question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look toward... Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
He wants it all for the end zone. Touchdown!
A great effort there. 37 yards.
And the Chargers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right?
There he goes, right side. And all the way down to the 17-yard line.
85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On first down, Small. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter, I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
On second down now, it's right, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
In a game that hasn't gone your way, you got to throw in the end zone at every opportunity and hopefully climb back in as much as possible. He put way too much on that throw, though, and that shot ends up with nothing.
And his kick here is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harrison. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Back now in Nashville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Up the middle, it's Edwards. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Operating from the gun, Sanders. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
We call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Don't let nobody
They'll
get
come out
behind you.
throwing here on 1st down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
I knew the
Throw left side complete. That's right.
No shot.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 34-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
You got to catch
and
that,
that's another
Travis.
play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 14. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Right. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very...
And he's
Good shot, Sheldon.
Sacked back at the 22.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
On 4th down, Mike Vrabel says, let's get 3 out of this. He sends on the field goal unit. And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
You just kind of feel for the defense right now. This deficit, they have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. They're like, oh my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Looking to throw. Sanders.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now a give right side. Wilkerson. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He completes it to Hunter. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Now for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news,
though.
Travis, this
get
one's getting
one.
close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw. just shot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Out of the gun now on third down.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
L.A. readies for its next possession.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 75 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
First down, Chargers.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's 2nd and 3.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They are powering through.
We go, baby.
They're controlling this game.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.